At dawn, Ukrainian Marine commandos descend from UH-60 Blackhawks onto cliffs near Vilochinsk, swiftly severing fiber optic lines under dense fog. Motorized infantry storms GRU headquarters in Moscow, firing RPGs amid smoke and explosions. Above, F-22 Raptors glide low from the northwest, evading Russian radar to coordinate a precision multi-domain strike on Vilochinsk, signaling the start of a daring, synchronized operation that blends airborne, ground, and aerial assaults with surgical accuracy. From the early dawn, Ukrainian forces orchestrated a synchronized assault combining air, naval, and ground operations. Marine commandos descended from UH-60 Blackhawks onto cliffs near Vilochinsk, swiftly severing fiber optic lines under dense fog. Meanwhile, motorbike-mounted infantry stormed GRU headquarters in Moscow, launching RPGs at bunkers amid smoke and flying debris. F-22 Raptors glided low from the northwest, skillfully evading Russian radar to initiate a precision multi-domain strike, signaling the start of a meticulously coordinated offensive. Supporting this offensive, EA-18G Growlers emitted powerful jamming signals that scrambled Russian situational awareness across Kamchatka Peninsula's radar network. Offshore, Arleigh Burke destroyers launched Tomahawk missiles skimming the sea toward Vilochinsk's communication bunkers. Explosions tore through satellite uplinks along Vilochinsk's cliffs, effectively severing critical Russian military communications and throwing command chains into chaos. High above, F-16 Fighting Falcons dove from 30,000 feet, precisely targeting radar domes to protect Vilochinsk's northern approaches. As smoke and debris blanketed the area, Ukrainian commandos on the ground used laser designators to mark fortified bunkers, enabling naval gunfire to strike with surgical accuracy. Simultaneously, a fleet of 46 Blackhawks inserted additional commandos onto cliffs, disrupting Vilochinsk's fiber optic network under intense fire and ensuring critical infrastructure was neutralized. On the seas, Russian sailors scrambled aboard the Cyclone, a Carrack-class corvette, as flames erupted from Tomahawk strikes at dawn. The vessel listed heavily and ultimately sank in a vac bay, crippled by Ukraine's long-range precision strike. EA-18G Growlers created radio dead zones, filling Kamchatka's electromagnetic spectrum with false echoes and static. Ukrainian reconnaissance satellites relayed real-time missile impact data to strike commanders, ensuring constant situational awareness and guiding subsequent attacks. Russian operators struggled to restore encrypted links disrupted by relentless Ukrainian electronic warfare. F-22 Raptors intentionally broke stealth, drawing Russian radar locks to conceal the repositioning of Ukrainian strike aircraft. Simultaneously, EA-18G Growlers projected ghost signatures, flooding Russian radar with false aircraft signals over Avacha Bay and masking the movement of actual forces. Meanwhile, a Yasin-class submarine launched Zircon hypersonic missiles, which left brilliant plasma trails accelerating to Mach 6. These missiles veered toward decoy signals deployed by Ukrainian forces at sea, while Ukrainian naval air defenses intercepted the attack, neutralizing the threat and ensuring the safety of Ukraine's assault units. Russian naval vessels were further misled by false radar signals, leaving Obliterated destroyers and Su-27 helicopters struggling to locate real targets. Amid the chaos, a Wasp-class assault ship deployed amphibious drones at 40 knots through morning mist, racing toward Vilochinsk's docks to deliver Marines directly into the heart of the operation. Air superiority battles erupted as Ukrainian F-16 seconds engaged Russian Su-30 Mk2 flankers over Avacha Bay. F-22 Raptors patrolled the perimeter, prepared to intercept high-value targets, while Arleigh Burke destroyers exchanged anti-ship missile salvos with Udaloy warships, illuminating the dawn horizon with explosive streaks. Ukrainian Marines landed on Vilochinsk's southern perimeter, breaching walls with cutting charges under fire, and secured the logistics pier to halt fuel and ammunition supplies. At the same time, Ukrainian drones swarmed GRU headquarters in Moscow, dropping bomblets on guard towers and radar arrays, creating a synchronized multi-axis pressure on Russian forces. Chaos spread as bicycle-mounted bombs detonated near GRU fuel depots, igniting massive fires across central Moscow. T-72 tanks fired 125mm rounds to destroy concrete barriers, while motorbike infantry advanced through smoke, firing RPGs at GRU bunkers. In the skies, MiG-29 jets engaged Russian Mu-28 helicopters, downing one with Iris-T interceptors, while robotic mine layers deployed TM-62 anti-tank mines, disabling BTR-82A vehicles. Ukrainian infantry cleared hallways using drones and shaped charges, confronting Spetsnaz counterattacks while jamming Russian radio communications. Through precise coordination, Ukrainian forces combined air dominance, naval missile strikes, electronic warfare, and ground assaults to systematically dismantle Vilachynsk and cripple GRU defensive operations. Smoke, fire, and relentless precision strikes ensured that Russian responses were fragmented and overwhelmed, allowing Ukraine to maintain the initiative across multiple theaters simultaneously. As Ukrainian forces breached GRU headquarters, the building burned fiercely, its outer defenses shattered. Recognizing the risk of overextension, Ukrainian troops began a disciplined withdrawal, deploying drones to create smokescreens that concealed their movement. Russian BTR-82A convoys in Moscow stalled, disabled by pre-laid minefields and coordinated drone ambushes, effectively hindering any immediate counterattack. Meanwhile, the Cyclone, a Carrack-class corvette, was utterly destroyed. Drone footage captured flames engulfing its hull in Avacha Bay as Vilachynsk's base lay in ruins. Radar domes were shattered, communication bunkers consumed by smoke, and GRU headquarters in Moscow smoldered, its intelligence coordination crippled by the surprise assault. Ukrainian Marines boarded a Wasp-class ship, withdrawing from Vilachynsk under the fading dawn light, their mission complete but the battlefield still searing with destruction. High above, satellites relayed thermal signatures of Vilachynsk's devastation, providing commanders with real-time data to guide subsequent missile waves. F-16 seconds climbed above Avacha Bay, evading Russian flankers while maintaining pressure on the base's remaining defenses. Concurrently, EA-18G Growlers intensified electronic jamming, creating havoc in Russian radar systems along the Kamchatka coastline. Tomahawk missiles streaked low over the Pacific, striking Vilachynsk's remaining satellite uplinks at dawn, while Ukrainian commandos on cliffs used laser designators to direct precise naval gunfire from offshore destroyers. Russian sailors abandoned the burning Cyclone, plunging into Avacha Bay as the vessel listed dangerously. F-22 Raptors circled stealthily above, ready to counter any Russian air response, while Ukrainian amphibious drones delivered Marines directly to Vilachynsk's docks, disrupting fuel supplies and seizing strategic positions. Su-30 Mk2 flankers scrambled from inland airfields to engage F-16 seconds, initiating chaotic dogfights over the burning base. Arleigh Burke destroyers launched successive Tomahawk salvos, targeting command bunkers through thick smoke, as Marines secured key logistics points under heavy fire. EA-18G Growlers continued to project false radar signatures, misleading Russian Udaloy destroyers and allowing a Zircon missile to explode harmlessly in the sea. Misled by electronic decoy signals, Ukrainian satellites captured real-time imagery of Vilachynsk's burning infrastructure, relaying crucial data to commanders to coordinate the next wave of attacks. Russian radar operators struggled to coordinate defenses amid relentless jamming. Ukrainian F-16 seconds dived through smoke, striking radar domes to blind northern defense networks. UH-60 Blackhawks extracted commandos from cliffside positions, flying low through mist to evade detection, while drones in Moscow dropped bomblets on GRU radar arrays, creating chaos across the compound. On the ground, T-72 tanks advanced through Moscow's streets, firing at GRU bunkers while infantry followed closely. Bicycle-mounted explosives detonated near ammunition trucks, triggering secondary fires that engulfed sections of the compound. Ukrainian motorbike infantry pressed forward, navigating debris and firing small arms at Russian positions, while MiG-29 jets patrolled overhead, engaging Russian K-52 helicopters to provide critical air cover. Ukrainian sappers deployed robotic mine layers, planting TM-62 mines that blocked Russian armored convoys. Infantry cleared GRU rooms with anti-drone rifles, countering quadcopters in tight corridors. When Russian Spetsnaz attempted to counterattack from tunnels, they were met with fierce resistance and communication disruption, unable to coordinate effectively under the barrage of electronic warfare and pre-planned defenses. Through a combination of precision strikes, electronic deception, and coordinated infantry assaults, Ukrainian forces successfully neutralized critical elements of both Vilachynsk and the GRU compound. Smoke, fire, and targeted explosives ensured Russian units remained disoriented, while Ukraine maintained the operational initiative across multiple domains, demonstrating the effectiveness of synchronized modern warfare. At dawn, Ukrainian drones deployed thick smoke screens to shield infantry withdrawing from the GRU's breached perimeter. Russian BMP vehicles stalled in Moscow, struck by mines as drones launched precision ambushes from above. Drone footage revealed Vilachynsk's docks shattered, flames consuming the naval base, while GRU headquarters in Moscow burned, its radar arrays destroyed. The twin devastation showcased Ukraine's operational precision and signaled the collapse of Russian intelligence coordination. Ukrainian Marines began an orderly retreat from Vilachynsk, aboard amphibious craft, shielded by naval gunfire. Above, F-22 Raptors patrolled Avacha Bay, ensuring no Russian aircraft could intervene, while EA-18G Growlers maintained electronic jamming, preventing attempts to restore radar and communications. Even as Tomahawk missiles continued their relentless strike, collapsing remaining bunkers in clouds of dust and debris, Ukrainian commandos climbed cliffs to sever Vilochinsk's fiber optic cables, cutting off the base entirely from Russian command. Desperate sailors tried to salvage equipment from the sinking cyclone amid raging flames, underscoring the chaos engulfing Russian forces. In the skies above the burning naval base, F-16 seconds engaged Su-30 Mk2 flankers, weaving through smoke in ferocious dogfights. Simultaneously, Arleigh Burke destroyers fired anti-ship missiles, engaging Russian Udaloy-class warships in a lethal naval duel. Ukrainian Marines secured Vilochinsk's fuel depots, planting charges that disrupted Russian logistical capabilities. Meanwhile, drones swarmed GRU headquarters in Moscow, dropping bomblets to weaken outer defenses. T-72 tanks fired at reinforced concrete barriers, creating breaches for infantry to push through smoke-filled streets. Bicycle-mounted explosives detonated near fuel depots, igniting massive fires, while motorbike infantry maneuvered through debris in rapid, coordinated assaults. MiG-29 jets intercepted Russian Mi-28 helicopters, protecting advancing infantry, while Ukrainian sappers deployed TM-62 mines to halt BTR-82A armored convoys in Moscow's streets. Infantry engaged Spetsnaz units within GRU hallways, using small drones for reconnaissance in close quarters. Ukrainian drones provided continuous smoke cover, enabling retreating forces to navigate safely through the burning compound. Russian BMP vehicles burned in the streets, disabled by a combination of mines and drone attacks. Drone footage confirmed the cyclone's complete destruction in Avacha Bay, its hull consumed by flames. Vilochinsk's radar domes lay in ruins, and GRU headquarters smoldered, with intelligence capabilities severely degraded by Ukraine's assault. As the withdrawal continued, Ukrainian Marines boarded amphibious craft under naval gunfire, moving away from Vilochinsk. F-22 Raptors circled above, maintaining air superiority over Avacha Bay, while EA-18G Growlers jammed Russian radar systems, preventing any coordinated counterattack. Tomahawk missiles struck remaining infrastructure, toppling bunkers in clouds of dust. Ukrainian commandos destroyed fiber optic cables, severing Russian command links entirely. Russian sailors abandoned the cyclone, swimming ashore as the ship sank. F-16 seconds evaded Russian flankers, maintaining aerial dominance, while Arleigh Burke destroyers launched final missile salvos, targeting Russian warships in a chaotic naval engagement. Ukrainian Marines detonated fuel depots, triggering massive explosions that disrupted Russian logistics. Drones swarmed GRU headquarters, destroying radar arrays, and further weakening Moscow's defensive network. T-72 tanks advanced through city streets, firing on bunkers to support infantry breaching the compound. Motorbike infantry launched rapid hybrid assaults, combining direct fire and explosives to overwhelm defensive positions. Bicycle-mounted explosives detonated near GRU ammunition trucks, igniting massive fires. MiG-29 jets engaged K-52 helicopters, protecting advancing infantry from aerial threats. Robotic mine layers were deployed, blocking Russian armored convoys with TM-62 mines, while infantry cleared hallways using anti-drone rifles to neutralize quadcopters in close-range combat. Ukrainian drones maintained smoke screens, masking retreats, and ensuring Russian BTR-82 vehicles remained stalled or destroyed by mines and ambushes. Each movement was captured in real-time drone footage, providing visual confirmation of the triple success of Ukraine's coordinated assault. Vilochinsk and GRU lay in ruins, a testament to the precision and efficiency of Ukraine's multi-domain operations. Across air, sea, and ground, Ukraine demonstrated operational mastery. Precision strikes obliterated infrastructure, electronic warfare created confusion, and ground forces exploited breaches with swift, overwhelming assaults. The combination of high-tech aerial strikes, naval bombardment, and daring infantry maneuvers left Russian forces disoriented and ineffective. Fire raged across Vilochinsk's docks and GRU's urban compound, smoke filling the skies above Moscow and the Kamchatka Peninsula. Ukrainian forces withdrew in a disciplined, calculated manner, leaving behind wreckage and chaos. F-22 Raptors and EA-18G Growlers continued to secure airspace, while Tomahawk missiles systematically eliminated remaining targets. Commandos on cliffs severed remaining fiber optic lines, ensuring Russian forces could not re-establish command. BTR-82A convoys remained immobilized. Infantry moved safely under drone cover, and drone footage documented the complete destruction of strategic objectives. The coordinated strikes crippled Russian intelligence, shattered Vilochinsk's operational capacity, and neutralized the GRU command network. Every element from drones and infantry to artillery, tanks, and aircraft worked in precise harmony, showcasing Ukraine's strategic brilliance. By sunrise, the battlefield clearly reflected Ukraine's dominance. Vilochinsk was in flames, GRU headquarters lay smoldering, and Russian forces were in disarray. The successful execution of this multi-domain operation reinforced Ukraine's strategic advantage and demonstrated its ability to conduct highly synchronized assaults across multiple theaters. Smoke screens, precision strikes, and relentless pressure on all fronts allowed Ukrainian forces to withdraw safely while leaving a trail of destruction that rendered Russian coordination ineffective. The combined impact of aerial, naval, and ground operations confirmed Ukraine's superiority, securing both tactical and strategic victories in this decisive engagement.